Hi, I'm Ashley Qurollo, sharing my heart, music, and home. And today I have a little glimpse of my home in the summer to share with you today. And so today is going to be a little bit more vlog style and also a little bit more of a podcast almost. I have video footage to share with you, obviously, but I'm going to be sharing some thoughts and concepts from one of my latest blog posts entitled Summer Homemaking. So in the background, you'll see me making a floral arrangement of some flowers from my garden, while I also just chat with you about some ideas and encouragement for homemaking, especially in the summertime. This year, my hydrangeas did not do the greatest. So I actually only got 2 blooms from my hydrangea bush, which I was rather sad about, and I kind of missed that narrow window of opportunity of harvesting them before the summer heat got to them. So the blooms were a little bit brown, but anyway, I chose to still put them in my arrangement and also use some zinnias, and I went out and found some Queen Anne's lace to tuck in the arrangement as well. So I hope you enjoy watching me just put together a simple little arrangement with some flowers around my home, and then also just some wayside flowers that I just found. And I just want to be an encouragement to people. One of my main goals in writing a blog and also creating a YouTube channel is to try to be an encouragement to people. My home is not perfect, and I never want to give the impression that it is perfect. I work very hard on my home. I try to keep it clean. I try to decorate it nicely, make it a pleasant place. But it's a real home with real people living in there. And I want to be an encouragement to you right where you are at. And maybe that's one way I can be a little bit different than some other YouTube channels and blogs, because I guess I'm a little bit more focused on real life. How do you deal with real life? And I just want to encourage you that home is the best place to be. In our perfection-driven world, it's easy to think that our homes have to be perfect in order for it to be the best place. Home is not about perfection. Home is about people and process. The people we love and are surrounded by on a daily basis, and the process of caring and nurturing for our unique spaces. Neither the people nor the processes in our homes will be perfect. And the sooner we come to embrace the imperfections in our homes, the sooner we can just learn to relax and have gratitude for what we've been given. Learning to cherish the people in our homes is a key element to home life. People are more precious than things. Although home is not about achieving perfection, the longer I work in my home as a homemaker, I am convinced of the importance of establishing processes in my home. If I do not have a process in place to keep and maintain my home will become a dirty, unpleasant place to be. So let's talk a little bit about establishing a process in your home to keep and maintain it. Something I'm finding is that the process of caring for my home does not have to be complicated. And honestly, the simpler the process we create for maintaining our homes, the more manageable homemaking will be. For me personally, the simpler a process is, the more success I have at completing necessary tasks. So you might be wondering, okay, Ashley, what's your recipe for success? And let me tell you right now, for me personally, there's no secret other than just plain hard work. And something I'm finding is the importance of doing a little bit every single day. That homemaking is about keeping your home every single day. A home is a living organism, and you have to continually maintain it. So the process of homemaking is all about doing a little bit each day. I used to think that if I couldn't complete a task in one chunk of time, that I was a failure. For example, I used to think I have to plant my entire garden in one day, or I have to clean the whole house in one day. When I couldn't complete such monumental tasks in one day, I very quickly became discouraged. But what I'm learning to do is to whittle away at tasks a little at a time and a little bit each day. By doing a little bit of cleaning each day, I'm keeping my house out of disaster status. By chucking one item at a time in the thrift store bag to donate, I'm keeping my house from becoming cluttered. by putting out one little decoration, or I'm keeping my house nicely decorated and fresh looking. Another thing that I'm really trying to work on is having my children help me in my home. A goal that I've set for this summer is to set my timer for about 15 minutes and have my children help me for what I've just simply called chore time. Does this happen every single day? No, honestly not. But I usually try to have my children help me a little bit every day. But the main point of emphasis is not necessarily following some fancy chore chart or list of things to do, but rather getting my children into the habit of helping around the house every single day. If you're like me, you get totally lost in chore charts and they get completely overwhelming. So what I've started doing is just simply including my children in whatever tasks I've decided need to be done for the day. Whether it's putting laundry away, whether it's sweeping the floor, whether it's helping me wipe down the walls, vacuuming, dusting, cleaning the bathrooms, just getting them used to the concept of helping us maintain our home. I often tell my children, Mommy can't keep up the house all by myself, and I can't. I need their help, and it's so important to teach them a work ethic. And so what better way to teach them how to work hard than to get them to help around the house? And honestly, I have a system of how I clean my house. I usually start and work top to bottom. So I will dust and vacuum the upstairs. Then I will dust and vacuum the downstairs. And then sometime in there, I'll clean the bathrooms and clean the kitchens. And that's pretty much it. So whatever needs to be done for that day, I just get my children to help me. So I hope you are encouraged in your homemaking. Homemaking is not perfect. It's a continual process of learning how to care for your home. And don't be discouraged. Even if you feel klutzy in your homemaking, I certainly do. Just keep at it. Keep trying. Keep spending time working on your home. And the more you work on your home, the more skill you will gain and the more confidence you will gain. And the more beautiful and clean your home will become. So don't give up. Keep working away and include your family in what you're doing. Every year in the fall, I stock up on cranberries, and I usually buy about 20 bags, which is kind of funny because I don't have that much room in my freezer. So this summer, I have been trying to figure out what in the world to do with all of these cranberries. So I have come up with an easy, refreshing summer drink that really highlights these wonderful berries. They are very low in natural sugars, which is great because I'm trying to stay away from too much sugar, even natural sugar. And so what I do is I start by dumping, probably about a cup of cranberries into my Vitamixer. And I just add a couple of strawberries. My kids and I went strawberry picking this early spring. And I just add those in. And then what I do is I get some water, Just pour it in, usually about to the top of the level of the fruit. As you can see, I'm not really measuring, just kind of dumping and pouring. Then I like to add some lime juice, gives a nice citrus flavor. And then I actually like to add some coconut extract. Adding extract to a drink is a great way to give it some flavor without adding a lot of sugar. Next, I like to add some of my own homemade sweetener. I have a blend of erythritol and stevia that I make, so I'm just going to throw in a couple of tablespoons of that. I also like to add some liquid stevia sweetener. I don't like to sweeten things entirely with liquid stevia because it's got an unusual taste to me, but I don't mind adding just a little bit extra to give it a kick of sweetness. And now what I'm going to do is blend it up with my Vitamixer and make sure that all of the cranberries are broken down. Cranberries have little seeds in them, and so I want to do the very best I can to get all that as broken down as possible. I absolutely love my Vitamix. It does an incredible job of breaking things down to a very fine level, and I would definitely recommend a Vitamix. Next, I'm going to take a beautiful glass jar and pour my mixture into this glass jar. You certainly don't have to do that, but it just makes it a little bit pretty. And you can tell that my berry mixture is pretty bubbly, pretty foamy, so it's going to take a few minutes for that to kind of settle down. Then I'm going to take some carbonated water, and I just buy the Aldi brand. I've used a variety of flavors in this. I've used strawberry, lemon, lime. I've even used unflavored carbonated water. You really can use anything. It doesn't really matter. And so I'm just going to slowly pour that in. As you can see, I'm having to come back and let it bubble up and then settle down again before I can add the rest of my can. And that is pretty much it. It's a very simple drink, very easy thing to throw together. This recipe that I just showed you makes about 2 servings. Usually my kids and I will share it. This recipe would be incredibly easy to just double or even as many times as you need to make it. It'd be a great thing to serve to guests. And now I'm just going to take the spoon of my spatula and just stir it up. Couldn't quite fit my spatula in there. I'm just going to do it very gently. Try not to get all the carbonation to go out. And that is pretty much it. And as you can tell, it's just a beautiful pink color, and I love that it has such a rich hue without having to use red food coloring. Now let me tell you a little bit about the flavor of this drink. Obviously you taste the cranberries a little bit, but that is not the main focus of this drink. It's really more the lime and the coconut. So it has a very refreshing tropical taste without being overly cranberry. So I hope you have enjoyed this video, just a little glimpse of some things I'm working on around my home, a little bit of flower arranging, and just a refreshing drink I've been making. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you are having a wonderful summer, and I hope you are enjoying your home this summer.